His partner being accompanied by Prince Nana. From Ghana, West Africa, by way of Atlanta, Georgia, weighing 200 pounds, representing the embassy, Jimmy Rave.
Shut your mouth! It's okay that they know.
Her opponents to my left. First, from Chicago, Illinois. Weighing 227 pounds, C.M. Punk. His partner from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing 185 pounds. He is the FIP heavyweight champion, and he is your Ring of Honor world champion, American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
Shut your mouth! There ain't a chance in hell in that ass. I don't give a rat's ass. I don't give a rat's ass. Shut your mouth! Rat's
We have the opening bell for our main event. It's tag team action. The ROH World Champ, Bryan Danielson, and the former champ, CM Punk, taking on Scrap Iron Adam Pearce and the crown jewel of the embassy, Jimmy Rave. And if I'm not mistaken, we had the code of honor before this matchup. Did he rub his nuts again?
Not only that, but I can't believe CM Punk touched his hand after that. Adam Pearce, absolutely disgraceful. Anyways, what a match we have here, a huge tag team match. Who could have guessed at the beginning of the day that we would end up here at the end of the night? I know ROH officials couldn't have guessed that.
And Adam Pearce certainly did not guess that he was going to get the taste slapped out of his mouth by the world champion.
Well, we saw everything that happened tonight. Adam Pearce knew there was a huge surprise tonight. He knows Jim Cornette respects someone that tries to take advantage of a situation. Well, I don't know if Cornette would have agreed with how Pearce tried to take advantage of the situation. There's another big slap. But anyways, Adam Pearce out here to make his name at CM Punk's expense. And now Pearce finds himself across the ring from the world champion Bryan Danielson. So I say Pearce has done a pretty good job of taking advantage of the Unscripted 2 format tonight.
Prince Nana on the outside What was that earlier on? Laughing in the face of CM Punk while he's being beaten down?
That's right, Pearce was beating down Punk, and Nana, of course, who was involved in that huge feud with Punk in the Embassy last year, he was there getting some laughs in. He was enjoying it. As Adam Pearce now in a test of strength with Bryan Danielson.
Greco-Roman knuckle lock Pearce down to a knee. The champ having his way with him in the early going. Pearce with a big size advantage and a headbutt to the midsection catches the champ off guard. Boots to the midsection by Pearce, trying to take control, and a quick arm drag by Adam Pearce, and he controls the arm of the world champ right in the center of the ring.
Very nicely done by Pearce on the world champion.
Danielson sends Pearce off the ropes. Hard shoulder tackle, and the champ goes down hard.
Now the question has to be asked, is Pearce a member of the Embassy? We haven't seen any announcements or any indications that the answer is yes. It looks like we might have a tag team out of circumstance here with Pearce and Jimmy Rave, just like Bryan Danielson and CM Punk. They're a tag team of circumstance after the events that unfolded right here tonight. Danielson and Punk don't really have a lot of history with each other in ROH. They did have one match back in 2004 at Reborn Stage 1, and they had a couple of classics for FIP, particularly Bring the Pain, a 2 out of 3 falls match known as FIP's Epic Encounter. But what we are seeing here is just a match as a result of the Unscripted 2 format, out of the result of all the chaos we saw tonight and all the lineup changes due to the snowstorm that's going on right now.
Adam Pearce up and over and caught with a drop kick coming off the ropes. Danielson measured Pearce as he came off the ropes and planted both feet right on the chin. Pearce is going to go to the corner and try and bide some time.
And are we going to see it? CM Punk back in an ROH ring.
Danielson pointing at Punk, the crowd chanting. They want CM Punk in this matchup. They didn't get a chance to say goodbye to Punk when he made his way out of ROH. He's finally getting his chance to say goodbye, and I think it's going to happen right now.
Punk's East Coast farewell. We're finally getting it. There's a tag. CM Punk, of course, has an issue with Adam Pearce after tonight, but he's got a bigger issue with Jimmy Rave. This is one of the biggest feuds of 2005, and it's about to explode again.
Rave doesn't look too eager to make the tag, though.
There it is, Punk and Rave one more time.
Last time these two stepped in the ring back in Chicago with nowhere to run, CM Punk superplexing him off the top of the cage.
What a great steel cage match that was. Of course, they were involved in that brutal dog collar match of Manhattan Mayhem. Jimmy Rave blinding CM Punk to end the 3rd anniversary celebration week. A lot of history between these two, a lot of great matches. And here we... Oh, what's this?
Jimmy Rave wants no part of CM Punk. Tags in the big man, Scrap Iron Adam Pearce. And the crowd getting on Pearce and Rave. Punk in the corner conversing with referee Todd Sinclair.
I can't believe it. CM Punk in an ROH ring. It's so great to see it again. And it was such an emotional night at Punk the Final Chapter in Chicago back on August 13th. And it was really such a night that was weighed down with emotion. A lot of tears flowing in the night as Punk makes Jimmy Rave tag in, and he's got Jimmy Rave.
Brings him in the hard way, and Punk is all over Rave. Hip toss and a cover by Punk. Rave kicks out quickly, trying to get away from Punk. Suplex on Rave, and another cover by Punk. Rave kicks out before the 1 count. Drives him back to the corner in the tag to Bryan Danielson. Drives a boot to the midsection.
And we are seeing a preview of the match that we will witness at the 4th anniversary show, the next event, February 25th, Addison, New Jersey. Jimmy Rave goes for the world title against Bryan Danielson.
Hard chop across the chest.
And you better believe Danielson wants that Jimmy Rave It was Jimmy Rave and Alex Shelley along with Pearce laying out Bryan Danielson to end the January 14th Hell Freezes Over event.
Suplex by Danielson going to the outside. Rave set up in the ring. The champ climbs to the top. Diving headbutt connects right on the chest of Rave and a cover. Pearce in to break it up.
You have to wonder if Xavier is watching this match. Is Xavier back in Ring of Honor full time?
Tremendous showing by Xavier earlier on against the champ.
Now Punk grabbing the arm of Jimmy Rave. Punk is here to have fun. The point I was trying to make before the action picked up was that it was such an emotional night. It was so heavy and weighed down. There were tears flowing all over the place. That it's great to have Punk here in this more relaxed atmosphere, this special night here in Long Island, so that we can have some fun. We can have a joyous farewell to him. And not only that, but just the fact that the fans on the East Coast are able to get some closure on CM Punk's career and witness one more CM Punk match. What a truly special night here at Unscripted 2 in Long Island. I'm glad to be a part of it.
Pearce in the corner, Punk putting the boots to Pearce, and now the champ tags back in, and he takes over on Adam Pearce, brings him out of the corner. Hard chop to the chest.
I need this win.
Brings him out of the corner the hard way to the buckle goes Pearce. Dragon setting him up. Running forearm, nowhere for Pearce to go. And he is on Dream Street in the corner. Snapmare by the champ. Sets him up in the center of the ring. And drives the boot right between the shoulder blades.
You know, Punk has been doing some great things in Ohio Valley Wrestling. A memorable feud going on right now with Brent Albright. And of course, you can check out those DVDs at ROHWrestling.com. And there's still a lot of great Full Impact Pro shows coming out featuring CM Punk, including a CM Punk Colt Cabana match that's a must-see. CM Punk and Samoa Joe tagging up for the first time. Lots of great stuff happening with CM Punk down at FIP. So make sure to check that out at ROHWrestling.com too.
Danielson looking to lock in the surfboard here.
I think he was yelling some instructions to Punk there as this makeshift tag team. Let's see if we can get some good work between the two of them. Danielson having a tough time with the big man, Adam Pearce. Get him up. There he is.
And a drop kick from CM Punk. Connects right on the jaw of Adam Pearce. Jimmy Rave in the ring. Todd Sinclair forces him out of cover.
Jimmy Rave with the save. We do have two makeshift tag teams here, so it'll be very interesting to see who's able to work together and if either of these teams have problems.
Looks like Danielson and Punk getting some teamwork going here. Double drop kick.
Very nicely done. The team of ROH World Champions continues to dominate. Of course, I could sit here and talk about CM Punk's ROH career all night. What an influential, huge, important person he was in the history of ROH. If we get a cover now.
Driving the forearm across the chin. Didn't hook the leg. Pearce able to kick out. Punk takes control of the arm. He's going to rip it off.
CM Punk, of course, you look back, that feud against Raven in 2003, that changed the face of ROH. His world title reign, the controversy of Death Before Dishonor 3. So much to talk about, but right now, Punk's in a bad spot.
Sent to the corner, tag to Raven. Punk goes to the floor. Tries to grab the feet of Jimmy Raven, does. He's going to pull him outside with him. Drives him to the guardrail. Wicked knife edge chop to the chest by Punk. And he makes his way back to the ring.
And so far, Punk and Danielson have absolutely been dominating. Let's see if Pearce and Rave can get on the same page. They're trying. Pearce, we saw him in a big factor when Necro Butcher tried to invade the shows in the Midwest. In Cleveland at Ascension, Adam Pearce putting a pounding on Necro Butcher. Coming to the aid of Jim Cornette. Cornette shaking his hand.
Rave in the corner trying to shake the cobwebs off. Looking down at the chest. A knife edge chop from Punk on the floor. Rave still feeling the effects of it in the corner there. Taking his time before he hooks it back up with CM Punk.
That's very good poise from Jimmy Rave. Maybe a year or two he might have rushed into something. Instead, he's trying to psych out Punk here, taking his time, plotting out his next move, trying to dictate the pace. A better move from Jimmy Rave.
You want to talk about vast improvement on the wrestler in the ring over the past year. Jimmy Rave improving by leaps and bounds. You know, you can't stand the Embassy, but you can't knock what they've done for Jimmy Rave and the improvement he's made in the last year.
Well, you have to respect Jimmy Rave's skill, and that's why Jimmy Rave right now is a top contender for the ROH World title at number 4 in the top 5 rankings.
His partner in the Embassy, Alex Shelley, number 3, just in front of him. Both those men in line for shots at Bryan Danielson after winning the Trios tournament.
A little dissension between them over who's going to get that title shot, but that's another topic for another time because we have CM Punk in the ring.
Shoulder tackle, neither man goes down, and Punk with a hard kick to the hamstring knocks Rave down. And again, Rave trying to go to the floor, and Punk going right out after him.
Now this time, Punk is not going to allow Jimmy Rave to play mind games and dictate the pace, as he is just hammering Rave in the aisleway, not giving Rave any time to breathe.
Knee to the midsection and another knife-edge chop, and now all 4 men on the outside going at it. Pearce and Punk, Danielson and Rave on the floor. And Pearce hits the guardrail.
And we have Danielson and Rave are crawling through the crowd. This one is breaking loose. Todd Sinclair's going to have to let it go. In a main event like this, we want a winner.
Once again, Adam Pearce just driven back first into the steel barricade, and now Punk with his eye on Nana.
Rave and Danielson might end up in the snowstorm at this rate. They are brawling all over the place.
Knife-edge chop again from Punk, and Pearce is feeling the effects.
Well, we know Punk isn't afraid to mix it up. We've seen him in some of the most hardcore matches in ROH. And Adam Pearce sure as hell isn't afraid to mix it up.
It's Danielson with a handful of Pearce, and one more time, Adam Pearce hits the steel, and now Rave is back in the ring with CM Punk, and he's begging for mercy.
You think Punk's gonna give it to him?
Oh, he's begging for him to get up is what he's doing.
There is no mercy in that steel cage and nowhere to run.
Bryan Danielson again sending Pearce for the 4th time into the guardrail.
Danielson looks like he's having fun out there. He is enjoying it.
Oh, now Rave wants to shake. After everything they've been through, he wants to shake CM Punk's hand. Somehow I don't think it's going to happen, Jimmy.
What's Danielson going to do? This is going to be good. Punk's just toying with him.
And Bryan Danielson just slapped him across the face. Covered by Punk, only a 1 count.
And this crowd is letting Jimmy Rave hear about it. Punk takes him into the corner.
Charges in, running knee right to the chest, and a tag to the champ. Snapmare out of the corner.
Whoa, there's some double teamwork from Punk and Danielson. Definitely on the same page in this one. Sinclair with a 2 count, and that had to hurt Jimmy Rave.
Stereo kicks from Punk and Danielson on Rave. Rave sends Danielson off the ropes. Pearce drives the knee into the back of Danielson, but gets caught with a forearm.
Oh, Rave hit him from behind. Pearce catching him, taking him into the guardrail.
Jimmy Rave from behind, sending the champ to the floor, and Pearce is going to send Danielson to the steel.
And that could be the break that Pearce and Jimmy Rave were looking for. And you notice when Pearce rolled Danielson back into the ring, he made sure that it was on their side of the ring.
Rave measuring Danielson as he drives the boot to the back.
Vicious kicks there.
Another one to the back of the head.
We are seeing a preview of the next ROH event. But on the next show, it'll be for the world title. And can you imagine what kind of momentum Jimmy Rave could get? As now we have Pearce and Nana just working over Danielson.
Rave with a tag to Pearce.
And you know, if I'm Jimmy Rave, I might want to think about just trying to hurt Bryan Danielson in this match to injure him for that world title bout.
You got to think that that's exactly what is on the mind of the Embassy here, trying to soften the champ up.
Well, Pearce is going to do that with a big chop, and there's mind games from Jimmy Rave. Johnson Danielson with water.
Trying to get in the head of Bryan Danielson. Pearce distracting the referee.
one thing you can say about Adam Pearce is he's definitely a ring veteran. He knows where he is in that ring of all times. He knows all the mental games to play.
Danielson needs to make the tag to CM Punk. Neck breaker from Pearce. Nicely done, and a cover by Pearce. Oh, very lax cover. You're not going to pin the world champ like that.
Pearce is a guy who has definitely made waves here in ROH, but he needs that huge victory. He wants to shoot up the card. He wants to make the most of the opportunity, and that's what Jimmy Rave is doing right now against Bryan Danielson. And look at him, Punk, taunting Punk as he hooks Danielson for that big suplex.
Takes them up and over, cover by Rave. Again, does not hook the leg, only able to get two. Danielson struggling to try and make the tag, and Rave cuts him off and smartly pulls him back to his half of the ring.
Danielson's really fighting hard.
Pearce able to make the tag and drops the elbow across the back of the neck, and then the laces of the boot raked right across the face of Danielson. Swinging wildly at Jimmy Rave, nobody there, and Pearce now firing away, but the champ firing back. Trying to fight his way out of the corner, but a clubbing blow from Adam Pearce knocks him down in the corner one more time.
Pearce is absolutely vicious, very hard hitting.
Bravado applied here by Adam Pearce. Effectively cutting the ring in half are Jimmy Rave and Adam Pearce.
This crowd firmly behind Dragon as Jimmy Rave tags the foot of Pearce. Sinclair letting that one go.
Once again, Rave now cranking down on the neck of Bryan Danielson. Jimmy Rave and Adam Pearce controlling the last several minutes of this matchup.
Now, Bryan Danielson has already had a tough match tonight against Xavier, so he is more worn down than these other individuals. Rave is taking advantage of that fact, but Danielson taking his way to his feet.
Firing away with elbows to the midsection on Jimmy Rave. Off the ropes he goes. Back body drop. The champ was up in the lights. Covered by Rave. 2 count only. And again, smart move on the part of Jimmy Rave, dragging Danielson back to his corner and allowing Adam Pearce to tag his way into the matchup, and he drives the boot right into the chest of the world champ.
Well, if there's one thing that we got to cover, count only, if there's one thing that's been proven with Danielson and CM Punk, it's the fact that they can go the distance, whether it's Bryan Danielson going 75 minutes at testing the limits against Austin Aries, or CM Punk and those 2 legendary 1-hour draws against Samoa Joe at World Title Classic and Joe versus Punk. These guys can go the distance.
At the 20-30 minute mark in a matchup, they're just getting warmed up. Danielson to his feet, but he is in the wrong part of town, trying to fight his way out. This is the world champ. Elbows and right hands, but he's clotheslined down by Adam Pearce. And another cover by Pearce. Again, only able to get 2.
Pearce is just such a big opposing force in that ring. What's he signaling for here? Get some teamwork out of this duo.
Maybe looking for the doomsday device here. Rave up top. And they connect. The champ is turned inside out. Cover. Punk makes the save.
Wise choice by Punk as he's trying to fire up Danielson. And once again, there's that aggressiveness of Adam Pearce.
Pitches Punk out onto the announce table on the ringside area. One more time, they're going to set the champ up. Rave climbing the top. Victory roll, though. Danielson able to get out of the way. Roaring elbow, down goes Rave.
Look, Punk's not ready for the tag.
Another forearm shot. And Bryan Danielson now has to find a way to make the tag.
Punk wasn't ready for the tag before. Danielson smartly saw it and gave a forearm to Pearce. And now Danielson bought himself some time. Can he get to the corner? Punk's ready. He's got the tag rope.
Clotheslines from Punk and a back elbow knocks both men down. Running knee in the corner.
Welcome to Chicago, Jimmy Rave. Great to see that in ROH ring again one last time.
Adam Pearce from behind with a double axe handle. He was the legal man. Pearce off the ropes. Elevated up and over to the floor.
Punk's got his sights set on Pearce.
Suicide dive from Punk, but he's grabbing his ribs as he hit the guardrail. Rave elevated up and over to the seats.
What's Danielson gonna do?
Punk pulled the guardrail out. Springboard senton from Danielson, and Rave and Pearce are wiped out on the concrete floor.
I can't believe Danielson just did that dive. We haven't seen him do that since the Samoa Joe match at Midnight Express reunion a couple of years ago.
You see the look of shock even on the face of CM Punk after that move.
You know, Danielson told me at intermission, he said, keep an eye out for what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something I haven't done since 1999, and that was it. Danielson with a dive over the guardrail.
Punk trying to bring Pearce back in.
Let's see if Punk and Danielson can use this momentum now. We haven't seen Jimmy Rave emerge from the crowd yet. He might be injured.
Pearce off the ropes. Up and over Punk. Reversal Punk off the ropes. Sunset flip by Punk.
Uh-oh. Anaconda Vice.
Punk's got it locked in. Pearce is very close to the ropes, but Rave able to make the save instead.
And Punk might have had it right there. Punk, of course, lost his last ROH match to Colt Cabana, as there you see a knee to the stomach. At Punk the Final Chapter, let's see if Punk can finally go out a winner.
Forearm shot from Rave on Punk in the corner. Rave setting Punk up on the top. Following him up. Forearm shot from Rave.
Maybe this is a little payback for the superplex off the top of the cage and nowhere to run.
Man up. Superplex from Rave. And the big splash from Pearce. That might be it. And Danielson makes the save.
Well, Pearce has been gaining some recent victories with that superfly splash, and after the superplex, I think that might have been it for Punk. Pearce almost had the biggest point of his career.
Danielson pitched to the outside. Another knee to the midsection. DDT. Covered by Rave. But he's not the legal man.
Great job by Todd Sinclair.
Tag to Adam Pearce back in. Picks Punk back up. Vertical suplex from Pearce. And a tag to Jimmy Rave. Quick tags on the part of Pearce and Rave. Cover. Punk able to get his arm up in two.
And there's that new submission from Jimmy Rave. He made Azrael tap to that and help freeze us over. And there's Pearce to cut off Danielson. Great teamwork from Rave and Pearce. Can Punk hang on?
Trying to get to his feet. That would alleviate most of the pressure.
Now he's in position for the pound. No,
Greetings from Ghana.
whatever it is. Yes. What's Punk doing here?
Once again, he's got it locked into the center of the ring. Danielson's got Pearce dragging him out to the floor.
Now it's Danielson playing guard.
Jimmy Rave nowhere to go in the center of the ring. Cow mutilation from the champ.
What a kick to Rave's head to boot.
Rave able to make it to the ropes and force the break. It was all but over. Yes, he's got till 5.
Get him up. What does Danielson have in mind here? Well, I gotta say, Lenny, I'm very impressed with how both these teams have formed together and really cooperated with each other.
It just goes to show that any great tag team, you've got to have great singles wrestlers, and that's exactly what we've got here.
Now we got Pearce working over Danielson.
Looked like they were going for a double superplex, but Pearce able to break it up. Oh, hold on! Greetings from Ghana, he just planted the champ right on top of his head!
Oh, the pedigree. Greetings from Ghana, whatever you call it. Danielson is out.
Bryan Danielson just got spiked!
And you gotta wonder if that happens next show when we have a new world champion.
Spinebuster on Punk! Running knee strike to the face, CM Punk is in trouble! Covered by Rave!
Oh, and that's what laid out Punk and Danielson earlier tonight. This time only good for a 2 count.
CM Punk had to kick out because Bryan Danielson was not going to be able to break it up after the greetings from Ghana. There was no way he was going to be able to save CM Punk. He is still down.
These Long Island fans 100% behind CM Punk, and who can blame them?
Punk to the corner, catches Rave coming in. Catches Pearce with a boot. Punk climbing the turnbuckles. Fight Hurricane Rana takes the big man over.
And, wow, it looks like Pearce is definitely hurt from that. That was pretty nasty. And right now it's going to be about who can get to their feet first. Punk's going to go for that anaconda bite to the Pepsi plunge. Pearce, maybe that pile driver. And Bryan Danielson, he's still down from that greeting from Ghana.
Rave back to his feet though, grabs a hold of Punk. Now he's just slapping the taste, goes for that back fist. Nobody there.
He's going for it again. This time Danielson finally up.
Drop kick off the top. Right over the back of CM Punk. The world champ connects on Jimmy Rave.
No, Danielson was down for a long time after that greeting from Ghana.
Punk to his feet. Rave now up to his feet. Another open hand slap.
And this time Rave unable to counter. Oh, slams him face first. Anaconda vice.
Punk screaming at him to tap, not on the apron.
Danielson took care of him. Danielson takes care of Pearce. That's it. Jimmy Rave taps, and who can blame him? He was in that hole for a long, long time. Bryan Danielson playing guard. No one able to make the save. CM Punk returns to ROH for one night only to finally have his East Coast farewell. No tears flowing tonight. It's all about fun. It's all about a lighthearted goodbye to CM Punk. What a very special night. CM Punk once again there when ROH needs him. You know, I've only referred to Loki and Samoa Joe as ROH legends, but we can definitely put CM Punk into that category. Bryan Danielson, your ROH World Champion, and CM Punk, ROH legend, finally says goodbye to the East Coast. For Lenny Leonard, I'm Jimmy Bauer. What a special night. What a chaotic night. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's just hand things off now to Danielson and Punk.
there's a snowstorm outside. Several people who were scheduled to be here tonight who aren't here because of the snow. Wait. But there's one guy who didn't have to be here, who gets paid big bucks to be somewhere else. And he came here tonight and wrestled, not like a WWE wrestler, thank God. I don't have to worry about it. They're not signing me anytime soon. But he came here and wrestled like a Ring of Honor wrestler. Now, CM Punk, you and I have had our differences in the past. But anytime you want to leave the entertainment business and come back to the wrestling business, I will gladly give you a shot at the most prestigious title in the world. Wait. Instead of saying how much other people suck, I think we should give a round of applause for a wrestler who rules. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I leave it to CM Punk.
Find out how long I can talk and keep you all here while you continue to get snowed in. But instead, maybe I'll try to keep this as short as I possibly can. All right, to hell with that. Where's the one guy that said sellout? Where's he at? Where's he at? Right there. You big stupid, could have got your money back, but you didn't because you paid to see me, you dummy. And demand your parents' hard-earned money back. Trust me, I can stay here all night. There's so many things going through my head to say to you right now. Like, and this is an oldie but it's a goodie. Is that a goatee or a bullseye for your boyfriend? to go through. That's what us wrestlers do. We retire multiple times, we say we're never going to come back, and then we come back just to trick big dummies like you. If I have everybody's attention. Excuse me, what did you just say? I said I don't really give a shit. Oh, he's going to admit that I got him. Trust me, I could literally stay here all night. I'm still in tomorrow, douchebag. I legit wasn't supposed to be here. Some stuff happened. I made some phone calls. There's a lot of people I need to thank. I'm not going to think of my name. I'll do that on the phone all week to make sure I still have a job.
We love you, Punk!
Thank you. And for anybody who's going to say, you know, we got to change the name of the DVD, you know, maybe it's not Final Chapter anymore. It's like second to the last Final Chapter or anything like that. I never did legit get to say goodbye to the East Coast fans. So I just wanted to come and help out, you know, and it's nice to know that I'm still welcome, and it's nice to know that I was needed, and I will always be here if I'm needed, because I love this place. It's the closest thing I have to a home. Yeah, you never know, you know. Just so you know, that's for me, not for you. Sit in his mom's basement and write a 4-page post on some message board about the great